Hello, hello, and welcome to the Mindfulness Hub, where we learn, practice mindfulness together and share it with others and the world. I'm Asia. I'm a coach, creative arts facilitator, and mindfulness teacher, and I'm delighted to have you here today. If you're a returning subscriber or viewer, I immensely appreciate your presence here and support. And if you're new here, welcome. Please do join the space by subscribing if you'd like. So today we'll be talking about change and the importance of cultivating within ourselves a space of loving kindness, compassion, safety, so that we may navigate times of change with more ease. Then we'll move into a loving kindness meditation with a loving kindness prayer from my heart to yours at the end. If this is something that interests you, then when you're ready, let's begin. So, change. As human beings, we are creatures of habit, meaning that we tend to really rely on habits and patterns and what's familiar in our lives. And that is because of how our brains are wired. Our brains are wired to keep us safe, protected, and connected. And that is why we were able to survive as a species, which means that whenever something unfamiliar comes along, our brains can detect that, and we naturally experience a sense of danger, threat, risk, uncertainty, which can be unpleasant or difficult to navigate or stressful. However, change is a natural part of life. You know, the only constant in our lives is change. And so learning to navigate these waves of change is extremely important. Speaking of change, there's so much change going on in the world, and it's difficult to adjust, and our nervous system feel the impact of that. Our bodies feel the impact of that, and therefore we can experience, all sorts of emotions, feeling overloaded, more sensitive. So how can mindfulness help us to cultivate that sense of safety and safety within ourselves, really? So mindfulness allows us to do that because through mindfulness, we cultivate a center that we can return to whenever the tides of life throw us, from one place to another, whenever you're experiencing great change. What we can do is return to that center that we've been cultivating. And that center, I like to think of it as a place within you that is non-judgmental, kind, compassionate, warm, where you may be yourself, and any and all experiences within you, your thoughts, your emotions, your physical sensations, your needs, wants, longings, all of that, where all of that can be held and is accepted and welcome without judgment. When we cultivate this place within us, we are able to, we have an anchor, right? So imagining that we're in the middle of a storm, that anchor grounds us. And yeah, it's a lifelong practice. And so today, I invite you to practice a loving kindness meditation with me. disclaimer before we begin. If at any point during the practice you feel uncomfortable or feel like you need to pause or interrupt the meditation entirely, please do so, and remember to take care of yourself every step of the way. Your well-being is of paramount importance. And what else? Yes, and doing whatever you need to do to return to the space and feel safe, whether that's rubbing your hands together, grabbing something close to you and holding it, anything that may ground you, if anything comes up for you. So now when you're ready, really finding a space wherever you can, where you may soften and let go as best you can, grabbing anything that may support you during the practice to bring that sense of kindness and compassion and warmth to yourself, whether that's lighting a candle or bringing wrapping a warm scarf or a blanket around you, or what else? Grabbing a pillow or a cushion, using any prompts to support yourself. I invite you now to consider what you might need during the practice. I will be holding a cushion. Okay, wonderful. And now finding a space where, your body feels at ease, where you can relax, but also ideally remain awake. However, if you do fall asleep, that's not a problem at all. Now, beginning by really noticing your surroundings, you might begin to just by noticing the colors, shapes around you, above you, below you, and without judgment or noticing judgments, perhaps you might look at something and think, oh, I don't like that, or oh, I never noticed that, I need to get rid of it. Or noticing these judgments, being really curious about them if they do come up. And perhaps noticing where your eye is naturally drawn to, seeing if there's anything pleasant around you, anything that stands out to you in a positive way. Wonderful. And now connecting with our sense of sound. So really, perhaps you might close your eyes or lower your gaze or keep your eyes open, whatever you prefer. And just beginning by tuning into the sounds around you. Allowing them to come to you. So not so much looking for the sounds, but allowing them to come to you. Allowing yourself to receive them. Perhaps you might notice familiar sounds, such as an air conditioning or the washing machine, the dishwasher, or anything else. And some sounds might be more pleasant or comforting than others. Some might be jarring. And I invite you to notice that as well, what your reactions to the sounds may be. I notice the sound of the train passing by. And now connecting with your sense of taste. So, really tuning into your mouth and sensing what's there. Perhaps you can taste what you ate earlier, or the taste of toothpaste, whatever it may be, just noticing that with a kind awareness. And now connecting with your sense of touch. So, beginning by noticing the points of contact of your body with whatever's supporting you right now, whether it's the sofa, the bed, the mat, the ground, whatever it is, noticing your body and where it contacts the floor, the support, your support, whatever's supporting you. And now, if you're holding anything such as a pillow or a cushion or a blanket, feeling that the way it feels. And now beginning by bringing the torchlight of your awareness to your feet. Feeling your feet on the ground if you're sitting. And just noticing what sensations may be there right now. Perhaps you might go into the feet with an expectation of what you will find. Again, noticing that expectation. And gently releasing it and seeing if you can meet the feet however they are now, without seeking sensation, but just noticing what's already there. And if you don't feel anything, that's okay too. And now moving your awareness up to include your ankles, calf muscles, shins, knees and thighs. I encourage you to bring as best as you can a sense of warmth towards to these parts of the body. The left leg, the right leg. Noticing how they feel. Any itching or tingling or warmth, coolness, throbbing, anything. Seeing if you can allow any and all sensations to be there. And now moving your awareness up to the shoulders, your jaw and neck. Just seeing if you're holding on to any tension in these parts of the body. And if you are, seeing if you can breathe into them on the inhale. Seeing if on the exhale you can allow them to soften, even if just a little bit, and even if just for now. And if you find it hard to soften these parts of the body, to relax, that's okay too. Bringing as best as you can that sense of compassion and kindness to your shoulders and neck and jaw that often hold and carry so much tension. And now moving your awareness down to your arms, noticing whether they're crossed or uncrossed, perhaps resting along the sides of your body. Noticing any sensations here. With your kind awareness, moving the torchlight of your awareness to your hands and seeing what's here in your hands, your left hand, your right hand, sensing perhaps an aliveness in this part of the body, or perhaps not, and that's okay too. Now moving your attention to the back, noticing whether it contacts the surface below you if you're lying down, or noticing the way it rests on the chair you're sitting on or the sofa. And now noticing where you feel your breath. Do you feel it in your tummy as the tummy rises and falls? Do you feel it in your chest as your chest rises and falls with each inhale and exhale? Or perhaps you feel it in your nose as you take in the cool air. And as you exhale through the mouth, seeing if you notice it in the mouth. And if you find it hard to feel the breath, taking a couple of conscious, intentional breaths, perhaps a bit deeper, to connect with the breath. Inhaling through the nose, allowing the breath to reach the tummy, and then exhaling, noticing the way your body empties itself and replenishes itself. And now bringing your attention to your tummy, seeing if there's perhaps a sense of discomfort or ease or emptiness or fullness. Again, just noticing what the tummy is like right now. And as you inhale, is there anything you can smell? Again, we're not seeking sensations, rather allowing whatever is here in our sensory experience to be here. Wonderful. And whenever You notice yourself getting caught up in thoughts about the past or the future, things on your to-do list, worries, or whenever you find yourself on a thought bus headed to what's for dinner, or did I remember to ... allowing yourself to return to your body, your breath, and the sensations here. Congratulating yourself for noticing whenever the mind wanders. And then gently, kindly, firmly stirring your attention back to the body or breath. And now, as connecting to your gut, to your tummy, your stomach, seeing if you can tap into a sense of warmth, a sense of deep, deep safety and ease and comfort. Seeing if you can tap into a sense of enoughness, that you are enough right now as you are, that there is nowhere you need to be and no one you need to be, that right now just you being here, breathing, allowing yourself to be as you are, that is enough. And seeing if you can allow that sense to be with you. And if you notice any resistance, any tensing up against that feeling, bracing against it, pushing it away, again, bringing a sense of compassion to that. Noticing that resistance, acknowledging it, saying, I hear you, I see you, I know you're here. And then seeing if you can gently make yourself back to that feeling. And often when we do the loving kindness meditation, we ask to remember a time when you were loved unconditionally. And if that's hard, remembering a time where you were loved unconditionally by a pet, or where you felt held by nature, another human, perhaps a human you barely knew, a grandparent. And if that's difficult for you to imagine now for whatever reason, seeing if you can try to imagine that feeling, what it would feel like to be loved unconditionally. Knowing that feeling of appreciation for yourself and acceptance of all that you are, even your mistakes. And now I will say a loving kindness prayer, and you may repeat it after me. May I be well. And you can repeat out loud or to yourself, may I be well. May I be free from suffering. May I come to love and accept all that I am. May I come to love and accept all that I am, even my mistakes. May I feel safe. May I cultivate great inner peace. May I know joy. And now, from my heart to yours, may you be happy. May you be well. May you be free from suffering. May you come to love and accept all that you are, even your mistakes. May you live with ease, and may you know joy. And perhaps as we come to the end of the meditation, you may place a hand on your heart, on your chest, perhaps appreciating all it does for you, for us, sensing its rhythm, sensing your heartbeat, allowing yourself to take this feeling in. May it accompany you through great change, small changes, any form of change. And may it be your harbor, a place you may return to whenever you may need, and a place you may cultivate for the rest of your life. If there's anything you would like to share about your experience of the meditation, please do so in the comment section below, and I'll be delighted to read and reply. And just taking your time to return to the space, doing whatever you need to do to return, whether it's twiddling your toes, stretching, yawning, or just allowing yourself to be there for a while longer. It's been a pleasure. Oh, the light turned off. Thank you so much for allowing me to guide you. Until next time.